This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, June 17th, 2020. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. A little bit later this morning, County Executive Stuart Pittman is expected to announce a shifting of his senior staff. Notably, the county's Chief Administrative Officer, Ben Burge, is going to leave the Arundel Center and take on the reins of the Anne Arundel County Economic Development Corporation. Now, Burge's career has been pretty much primarily in the government sector in Prince George's County. The county's current Chief Deputy Administrative Officer for Land Use, Matt Power, is going to assume the Chief Administrative Officer's role. In another shift, Chief of Staff Jennifer Purcell will be moved into something called Special Projects for the County Executive, and the other Deputy Chief Administrative Officer for Health and Human Services, Kai Bogus de Bruin, will assume the role of Chief of Staff. The County Executive is expected to release some more information on that a little bit later this morning, so you do want to check back with eyeonannapolis.net for any updates to that. And while we were all distracted by the COVID-19 pandemic, opioids were getting a little bit of a headway here in Maryland. In the first quarter of 2020, there were 561 opioid-related deaths in Maryland, which is a 2.6% increase from the first quarter of 2019. Additionally, they say there were increases in unintentional intoxication fatalities related to nearly all other major drug categories, including substantial increases in both cocaine-related and alcohol-related deaths. Steve Shue, who's our former county executive here in Anne Arundel County and is now the executive director of the Opioid Operational Command Center, said that the center is working closely with partners across the state to tailor a response to our substance use crisis that has taken a new form. With the measures outlined in our action plan, we hope to begin simultaneously stanching the immediate fallout from the pandemic and laying the groundwork for the months and years ahead. Something definitely that we need to keep an eye on. Hey, if you're not doing anything today at 11 o'clock and you're pissed off about the unemployment check that you may or may not have gotten, there is a protest happening at the Department of Labor up in Baltimore. It's at 1100 North Utah Street. It gets underway at 11 a.m. The group that is organizing it is asking for a series of changes, notably immediate disbursement of payments to claimants who have been waiting more than 4 weeks for payment, waive all procedures that cause unreasonable delays to payment, increase transparency to claimants such as the status of their claims, implement or upgrade the telephone systems to support the current volume of callers and guarantee claimants the ability to speak to a live person, and also hire additional telephone agents and expand the scope of their authority. All seems pretty reasonable to me because I've heard horrible stories about what's going on with the unemployment situation. We are working on a podcast. We are collecting stories. If you have a story about unemployment, please give us a call, 443-266-3600. Just leave your first name, your town, and tell us your story. It is a voicemail. It's not answered. You're not going to get a hold of anybody. It's just going to be recording it. We are going to produce a podcast. We are trying to get together with Tiffany Robinson, who is the Secretary of Labor, to discuss this. We would love to hear your voice. Yesterday, we also learned that the Greene Turtle in Gambrills in the Waughchapel Town Center is now going to join its Annapolis sister restaurant and reopen as a newly branded wine-based concept called Smashing Grapes Kitchen and Wine Bar. As with the Annapolis location, this closure is not due to the coronavirus pandemic, but it is actually a business move by the Titan Hospitality Group, which did own both franchises of the Greene Turtle. Initially, when the Annapolis location closed, they did say that the Greene Turtle in Gambrills would remain, but apparently that's not the case. They do expect the new brands to be open as soon as July 2020. That was the date we heard here for Annapolis. I'm not sure about Gambrills, but they are working on that location as we speak. And in another opening, Live Casino and Hotel is going to reopen to the general public on June 29th, but rewards card members can get a preview this weekend through June 28th. I guess they want the high rollers in there. It will open at 6 a.m. on June 29th to the general public, and guests at Live will be required to wear masks and have their temperatures checked. They're going to limit patron capacity to 25 to 50%, and they are going to implement what they call aggressive sanitation protocols, which are set by the state. The hotel and casino will reopen, the spa, the concert venue will remain closed, and only 4 of its 13 restaurants and bars will be reopening during this phase. And since it's budget time, I saw a really interesting tweet yesterday that made me sort of scratch my head. It was just an interesting way of looking at the budgets and how much it costs to live in Anne Arundel County and the city of Annapolis. With a population of about 38,000 in Annapolis and just shy of 600,000 in Anne Arundel County, if you divide that by the total budgets on each entity, it costs each person $2,934 per year to live in Anne Arundel County. But if you're one of the lucky ones and live in Annapolis, it will cost you $3,752 per person. I did do the math. It appears to be right, but I was not a math major. All right, that does wrap it up for us today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net for updates to these stories and more throughout the day. We will be updating the county executive's one where he is shifting his staff. If you are someplace you can leave us a rating or a review, please do that as well. And let your friends and family know how to get a hold of a podcast, how to download this one, and how to subscribe to it. That will help us a whole lot. Other than that, you need to hang tight. We have George Young standing by with your local DMV weather forecast. He'll be here in just 1 minute, but first, a quick message from Rick Peters at Solar Energy Services.
Hello, Marylanders. This is Rick Peters from Solar Energy Services in Millersville, Maryland, wishing you good health and a rapid return to prosperity. Uncertainty is one of the hardest parts of our current situation. As we move towards our new normal, you may want to consider adding more certainty to your financial future by locking in the low cost of clean solar energy. The economics of solar are tremendous, and there's no better source than the trusted team at Solar Energy Services. Residential solar projects typically earn the homeowner 8 to 12% annually over the life of the system, with even better returns for commercial systems. If you have some downtime now, take advantage of our powerful remote design capabilities, allowing one of our experienced solar designers to provide a presentation, followed by a detailed, accurate proposal, all from a safe distance. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. Sunshine's a wasted, but together we'll get through this.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from Dmv Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with Dmv Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, June 17th. Yesterday brought another nice day to the Annapolis region with slightly below average temps and some refreshing breezy winds. And while today will be similar with temps in the 75 to 80 degree range and slightly breezy winds once again, there's also a chance for more clouds and even some rain showers throughout the day, with the rain chance lasting into Friday before skies clear for the weekend, with temperatures in the 88 to 95 degree range each day. So enjoy these next 2 or 3 cooler than normal days before summertime heat kicks back in. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Store. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter and use our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
What are we going to do about Mom?
What kind of care does Dad need?
How much will it cost?
Who will take care of them?
These are the tough questions that come with aging parents. Bay Village Assisted Living and Memory Care can help. We have the experience and the resources to help you find those answers. To help you gain peace of mind, we can answer the when, the where, the how, and everything in between. Give us a call or stop by for confidential, free assistance. We're here for those conversations, and maybe it's time you were too. Bay Village Assisted Living and Memory Care, a new community designed with Annapolis in mind. Visit our Sales and Information Center at 947 Bay Ridge Road or online at bayvillageassistedliving.com. We know these are hard conversations, and we're here to help when you need us.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.